Hey everybody, here is another quick stretch you can do at home at whatever seat that you're sitting in right now. So I'm going to cross an ankle over my thigh. You could also do this on the floor if you wanted to get a little extra hip stretch and maybe get out of your chair, but just good enough here. So we're going to hold hands with our feet today. Right, so this is a great opportunity right now since we're all quarantined to be taking our shoes off more, to be feeling what it's like to be hanging out barefoot, which is something our body in proprioception really needs to be able to keep ourselves upright, to be able to function and get our body organized in better ways, right? So we can feel the ground underneath us. It's going to keep us from tripping. It's going to keep us from falling. If we can organize our feet on the ground, then everything above hopefully will be a little bit better organized. So I'm going to take my foot. Here's my opposite hand. And then what I'm going to try to do, this is fun, you guys, you're going to try to thread your fingers in between each toe. Now that might mean just the tips of your fingers right now. That's okay. And if that's as far as you can get, I want you to just kind of hang out there. And then I want you to just make some little ankle circles with it. Now, if you've worked on toe spreading for a while, if you've had classes with me, I know a lot of you out there have worked on this with me. See if you can get yourself to thread all the way up from the webbing of your fingers up to the webbing of your toes, okay? Now you don't have to be all the way there, but if you can, go for it. And then again, make those little ankle circles, right? So we're stretching all this tissue, the intrinsic and extrinsic muscles of the foot. A lot of them connect up into our shins, our calves, up into the knee. And reverse those circles. And so you can maybe circle about 4 or 5 times each direction. Then from there, I want you to carefully unthread. So you probably had your pinky finger threaded in between your pinky toe. Now take your thumb, thread it at your big toe. So we're doing the opposite webbing this time. Okay, so it gives you a little bit, and again, if it's just the tips of your fingers, that's fine, but see if you can get webbing to webbing. Take those circles again. The other thing you can do is go onto the top of your foot. Take that pinky edge of your hand, thread on the top of the foot. Again, maybe it's just the tips of your fingers. See if you can get all the way down into that webbing. Oh, almost there. Haven't done this in a while, need to start doing it again. Take those circles again, about 3 circles one way. See if you can move from your spine, right? So I'm trying not to move from up at my shoulder and neck, but I'm really trying to feel this connection of my arm into these muscles that wrap around the ribs, my lats, my serratus, and into my spine. So I can get that connection and some movement from the scapula and then around into the rib cage. Okay, and you might have guessed it. See if you can thread with the other webbing. So now I had my pinky edge of my hand at my big toe. So now I'm going to thread that big toe, my big toe, my thumb at my pinky toe. See if you can figure that out. Again, don't worry about how deep you go down, right? This can be pretty intense if you haven't done it before. And then try to circle again, right? So we're again getting, this is also nice for your hands and your wrists and forearms. We're getting some interesting sort of rotational patterns for the ankle and for the forearm at the same time, again, moving from your back as you circle in both directions, okay? And you can just let that go and then see how that feels afterwards. You could even put your feet on the ground, maybe even stand up out of your chair and see how your feet feel afterwards. Try that all on the other side. Let me know how it goes.